Table Talk with your host, Anthony Irvin, aka Spoken Life, along with a new special guest every other Thursday starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune in live on Facebook, Periscope, Twitch, and more. Let's start the show. What's up, everybody? Anthony Irvin here as your host, aka Spoken Life. Welcome to another brand new episode of Table Talk. I have a very special guest, but tonight's actually a little bit special. This is our first duo of the show, and they happen to be my label mates on Bongo Boy Records. So we'll definitely get to talk a little bit more about how we came to be on the record label, and we have a lot of fun stuff to talk about tonight. I hope everybody's been having a good week and staying safe. And let's get to our special guests. They've been waiting, and let's go. And we have a lot to talk about. So tonight we have Robert and Karen from Inches from Sin. Hey guys, how are you?
Hey. Good. I'm Rob Brewer.
And I'm Karen Holloway Brewer.
And we are Inches from Sin. Doing. Anthony, thanks for having us. Thanks so much for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for being here. Yes, absolutely. And I really appreciate it. It's been a long time coming. I know it's been probably about a couple of years. I think maybe about 5 years since we probably, maybe a little less, maybe 3, 4 since we've seen each other at one of the Bongo Boy Records gatherings.
Yeah, I think it was about 4 years ago in New Jersey. Yeah.
New Jersey. I think so. Yeah. I think it was like northern New Jersey or something. Yeah. Yeah, it's always fun seeing the Bongo Boy family.
Yeah, they had a lot of great. Oh yeah, they had a lot of great bands. I still remember Ricky Prasad, Doug McDonald band. They were awesome. Deborah and what's his name from Sweden. They were there. It was cool. Of course, you sang too and played. That was kind of cool.
Right.
And met your father.
And I got to meet your father.
Yeah. Yeah.
And listen, first thing we want to do, man, we want to say congratulations on the new baby. First of all, to you. That's the first thing we want to say. Congratulations to the new addition to the family.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Yeah, he's doing very well. I appreciate it. So for anybody that's just tuning in, we definitely want to have people active in the comment section tonight. So if you are watching, make sure you leave a comment, say hi, let us know where you're watching from, and we'll be answering questions tonight with in the chat from you guys. Either it might be questions for Rob and Karen, me, or something for both of us. We want to hear from you guys, so make sure you guys are active in that comment section. And so, Robert, Karen, why don't you guys give everybody a little background about you guys? Who is Inches from Sin? How'd you guys start?
Okay. Well, let's see. We actually knew each other in high school. And 30 years went past. And we sang together in choir, jazz rock in Elmira. And 30 years had passed. She stayed here. I left. Long story short. 2010, I just got back from Hawaii, and I ended up asking her to sing with me at the Apollo Theater. I was doing an audition there, and
nice.
She had no idea what we were going to sing. I said, you don't have to play keyboards, just back me up. And I had this audition for Showtime at the Apollo in New York, and it's really, I said, yeah. She says, what are we going to do? And I said, one of my songs. She never even heard it yet. And she says, when am I going to learn the song? I said, on the way to the Apollo, on the drive there, I'll play it for you. So that's sort of how we started. Now, the name, sort of, you can ask her about that. How the name came
how did you guys come up with
work kind of? at night, late at night, about 1 a.m, writing down all sorts.
What state were we in?
We were in Massachusetts. And we just started writing down names, and I wrote down Inches from Sin. And he says, oh, I like that one. And it just stuck.
Yeah.
That's how it all
That's
evolved.
very nice.
Yep.
Like most of our songs.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, because my first band we were called Original Sins. That was my first band. I don't really remember how we got the name. But yeah, our first we had a couple names, but then we just stuck on Original Sins. But instead of SINS, we thought we were cool. We did SINZ, so it was always like OZ in our little logo
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
So yeah, we're all like in the
yeah.
teenager
Before
phase.
that, yeah. Before that, I was playing in a band called Humphrey Go Kart in Chicago and Toronto and stuff. And Karen was in her own band and stuff like that. But we ended up getting together in 2010, and I told her wanted to do a couple albums, a few videos, and a cookbook and a TV show. And well, we've done the videos and
We're
this
always
second
hearing
album's
about
on.
something. Yeah, always
And,
dreaming.
now we're trying to finally get this cookbook finished and maybe do a
Very
cooking
nice.
show. I mean, that's something I always wanted to do. We spend a lot of time in the kitchen, so she's a great cook. I'm a great cook. Together, it's really, really good stuff. So we like to,
Hey, there you
get
go.
in
If you
there
guys
and
are in, if
mix
anybody's
things up.
interested in seeing a cook show, we got the very beginning processes of a new cooking show coming. So make sure you guys check that out too. Any specific
Yeah,
styles, any
yeah,
specific styles of food that you guys will be doing, or you guys like a little bit of everything?
everything, everything.
Nice,
We
nice.
pretty much cook everything. There's no limit. I mean, there's no one particular style. We cook everything, and different cultures, different countries. Make up our own stuff a lot too. So that's the cooking stuff is something we just really, really like a lot doing, and
Uh-huh.
we want to do a cooking show eventually. And we got a lot of pictures already taken for the cookbook. We're still working on it. You know, still
That's
working
good.
on
It's
it
good.
and still doing recording and stuff. Even. Hmm. Hmm.
Now,
So,
interest
and
from Sin.
you've been doing some live shows.
Yeah, when the pandemic hit, just like anybody, a lot of our live shows got cut off, and we were left to be like, okay, what do we do? But I used to, even before the pandemic, I was live streaming a lot of my shows. So just like a lot of people are doing now, we would just start live streaming right from our very own homes. So it's not like you really were left without gigs, but it was kind of hard because you knew you were just relying on tips instead of getting a guaranteed pay. So I was doing a lot of live streaming before little guy was born. Then I took a little bit of took hiatus from the show here, but I've been it took it got to the point where I was like, okay, I mean, I definitely need to hopefully try to get a gig, because I was starting to get that musician's itch to really get in front of people, because I was so used to being in front of my computer waiting for a couple responses coming back from the comment sections, and it was cool for the time being, but I think I might just continue with the table talk here. And every once in a while, I think I might be doing the live streams for myself. But I think table talk for right now, until we can kind of safely get back, at least in this area, to some type of comfortable norm where we can be out and doing shows and stuff. I do have some things that are lined up for after the new year, but I think I'm probably going to be not doing any shows unless something just sporadically comes up this month or next month. But I do have some things lined up for next year already. But how about you guys? Have you have you guys had any shows that
Well,
were canceled before, or?
well, we were able to get a couple of videos done during last Christmas and after Christmas, and fortunately, we pretty much were able to record,
Uh-huh.
throughout the winter. Throughout the winter, we were very lucky. And when March came around and things started closing down, I was out in Cape Cod and came back home, and we sort of
Okay.
stayed quarantined for a while. And we constantly write and constantly write, and we work with a lot
Right.
of other people also. So we're able to send music, to someone. They put their stuff on it, send it back, or they'll send us stuff, and we'll do that. And I'm going to be talking to those people in a few more minutes.
Uh-huh.
So one thing we do want to do is start doing more streaming and stuff like that. We haven't got to that point yet, but I think that's something we probably want to start doing real soon, so that we can actually play live. Like I wanted to play live tonight, but it just didn't work out. That's the audio
Uh-huh.
thing. But maybe next time we'll actually get prepared to be able to do more streaming stuff like that. We definitely want to do that for sure, That seems
Yeah,
to be a way to
absolutely.
get, out there and play.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely get to have some chance for people to know where you guys can be listened to, where you guys can be checked out. I just want to give shout out to our first comment of the night, Jennifer. Hey, how are you? Thanks for tuning in tonight. Where are you watching from? So, Inches from Sin. I from if correct me if I'm wrong. You guys reside in New York, correct?
Hey,
Hey,
hey, listen, I'll move my Range Rover from your driveway tomorrow. Okay.
and
Sorry,
the chili was really good. We
the
had
chili
summer
was
tonight.
great. I'll move it out of your driveway tomorrow. We've been kind of a little bit busy.
So, Inches from Sin. You guys reside
Yeah,
in
Jennifer's helping
New
us
York, right?
with their. Yeah, we were basically in New England for probably 8 years. Uh, right outside of Boston. We were in Attleboro. We lived in
Oh, okay.
Lincoln, Rhode Island, and we lived between Florida sometimes in the winter and then back
Oh, very
to New
nice.
England in the summertime. And then my wife says she wanted to come back to Elmira, so like most of our friends don't even know we're here yet. We just sort of
We
right
sneaked
in,
in. We
came into
sneaked in.
town, didn't tell anybody,
The unsecluded
and
area people.
yeah, we don't tell anybody where we live or anything, but they know we're here in town now. Put it that way. And
That's good.
Jennifer said, "I lost you. I'm back." Okay, she lost sound, but she's back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry
Jennifer, in
guys.
case you didn't hear me, just for Jennifer, thanks. The chili was amazing, and like I said, we'll get that Range Rover out of your driveway tomorrow. You know.
Yeah,
And
we're having
we'll
having a little
return
bit of connection.
Yeah, Jen's actually helped us with our merchandise, and
Oh, very
we
nice.
have a
Very nice.
link that you can actually, make great Christmas presents. We have some Inch from Sin merchandise and stuff, and the link you can probably. Do you have that link, Anthony?
Yeah, so this
Somewhere?
is Introvert's merch store link that if you guys want to take a screenshot of it, I'll be putting the link in the comment sections during the show tonight, so you guys can check that out and support Inches from Sin. Definitely support your local musicians around, especially in these times. We definitely love support. It's never expected, but it's always appreciated in any way of helping musicians out around the U.S. and anywhere that are in need for a little bit of support. So I heard that you guys had a single that was out recently. If you guys want to talk a little bit about the single that came out.
Yes. March. Was it March that it came out? Do you remember?
I thought it was July.
July? I don't remember. But
It feels like we've been in this for like 2-3 years, so I've lost count.
I know.
I feel like we're all in like some kind of a coma.
Yeah,
Right?
it
Right?
was released on Bongo Boy Records, and it's off the new album called Jerusalem Hill, which is not even out yet, but it's one of the songs from there.
We're still writing.
And we're still working on it, but the album's almost done. But we released that single first with Elmira, and it's called "Come See Me," and we did a video with it. Leah did her part, her vocals in Malaysia. So we sent it to her, lay down your parts, and sent it back to us, and we got it to an engineer, and yeah, I see Jen's got the link up there too. That is good. That
Yeah,
is
thank you,
awesome.
Jennifer, for posting that. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, go to that link, guys, and look at all the stuff Jen's put together for us. We've got mugs, T-shirts, whatever. It's just some sin. It's really, really cool. So anyway, we had Leah sing on this song. We loved her voice on everything we heard her sing, from blues to heavy metal to whatever. And Karen basically says, let's get her to sing the song. So
Nice.
so it's like,
Nice.
hey, why don't you sing on this song, and we sent it to her, and like I said, to Malaysia, and she just killed the song. I mean, she just There's some really cool R&B stuff that we're really happy with, and we got it back. And
Then we did the video.
and then we shot a video for that single, which we haven't really released it yet. We played it on Facebook a couple times, but it's not like on our website yet, not on the Facebook.
Where did you guys
It's
shoot?
We've been so lucky. Our video guy is out in near Boston, Cape Cod area,
Okay.
and his name's William Hall, and he's done the last few videos for us. And he pretty much put the footage together for us, and we do it over the phone. He sends the stuff, send it back, and we give him the audio, and he takes it from there. And the guy is genius. I think he's in maybe 4 videos for us so far. Maybe.
Oh yeah.
3 or 4
sure.
at least. And we're not actually in a video, but Leah is actually in the video, and she just was amazing, just amazing. And so that single came out, and the video, we had it on Facebook here and there, but it's not even on our website yet. But we're gonna do something that really special. And that same single was actually on another compilation CD with Bongo Boy Records.
It was the Halloween compilation.
Yes.
Halloween
Volume 2. Yeah.
Yes.
We were on that. That came out a few days ago for Halloween.
Right.
But, real good. We had a couple good articles and reviews written on it. It's like a funky sort of. I don't even know how to describe it. It's
you never
funky.
know with us.
Yeah. People say, "What kind of music you do?" Well, it depends.
That's kind of how I feel. I mean, I don't really consider myself to be set on one type of music. Like it really depends on the day. There's times where I can be listening to something really soft and chill, and that inspires me to write something. Or there's days where I'm listening to something more heavier, like hard rock, a little bit more on the hardcore metal side, and then that gives me like something to be like, oh, this riff would be like really cool. I wouldn't probably be writing any metal stuff anymore right now, but my music choice goes by the day and even by the hour sometimes. Like I'll be listening to Hendrix, and then I'll be listening to something heavier like later in the day. It's pretty interesting how my mind works sometimes.
Yeah, we're the same way. I mean, like you never know what you're gonna get with us, and we like it that way. We can't be nailed down to one genre. It's just we never started out that way. I mean, when we first started out, like our first video was a cross between bluegrass, country, dance, Americana music. I mean, our first video, people thought, "Oh, you guys are a country, bluegrass band," and we're like, "Well, no, this one song is." And then when people saw that video, and then they see stuff like "Truth Be Told," and they're like, "Oh my God, this is the same band."
What happened?
Yeah, what happened with that?
Right, and I feel that's kind of the best thing about being musicians. There's so many people, and especially when it comes to bands, that they'll have their first couple records come out, and once they have a record that comes out and it like somewhat starts to change and they experiment a little bit, then their fans go, "Oh, this sounds nothing like your other couple records. What happened?" Like it's just us. We're experimenting. Like I praise a lot of musicians that kind of go outside the box sometimes and try not to make every album sound the same. It's good to have, for your core audience to have that certain sound that they, came to love you about. But if you want to reach more people, you're going to have to, do things you can't continue to just be playing the same music and expect to keep hearing the same result. You got to, broaden your horizon. You got to reach out to those people. I mean, if you're willing to take that extra, step to experiment on certain sounds and feels. And music is definitely about expression. So, you got to, take the chance, and, you may not everybody likes certain things. You're gonna have hardcore fans that may not like every single you put out. There's gonna be people that are like, you've written better, but I do like it. But as long as at the end of the day, for me, as long as I know that what I wrote is fine with me, that's happy with me. I mean, I know I'm never going to write something that 100% of the people that I share it to are going to be like, yeah, that's a a top 10 single.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're all over the place, and we like it that way. I mean, literally. I
We do
mean,
it on purpose.
well, we do it on purpose
Yeah.
because people
Uh-huh.
say, "Oh, you guys do like bluegrass country," and the next thing you know, you guys are singing about aliens. What the hell's going on here? And they're just like, "What?"
Just where we were at the moment,
you know, and they're going, "Wait a minute." But people that know our music know that it's going to be all over the place. I mean,
Plus, it opens doors for us to invite other people
yeah,
to their
Exactly.
music.
Exactly.
we like to collaborate also with other people, which we're going to be talking about here in a few minutes. Just a couple of people we're going to talk about, but
Hmm.
um, yeah, our website is called Inches from Sin.
Oh, I think we just lost them real quick. We'll be able to get them in real quick. Sorry, guys. I mean, we're having some connection issues, so we're definitely going to be working them out. So apologize for a little bit of the difficulties of the connection issues. But I think what Robert was about to be saying, while they kind of get back in, uh, you can go follow Inches from Sin on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, right from the inchesfromsin.com website. And make sure you guys are following them on social media as well. They were talking earlier about their new single that came out a couple months, I think, during the pandemic, which is called "Come See Me." I'm pretty sure you can stream that on a lot of music platforms. I'm just gonna message them real quick, so just give me 5 seconds, guys. I'm gonna just make sure that they know to pop up back in here. Never mind. Here we go. All right,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we're back.
yeah.
So I was just telling everybody that they can check out your single "Come See Me." I'm pretty sure that they can stream it on is it on iTunes, Spotify? Sorry again. We're having a lot of difficulties with the
And we're back.
And we're
very
back
good.
to
And we're back. Third time's a charm.
yeah.
So I was telling everybody that they can stream your new single "Come See Me." I'm assuming on iTunes, Spotify, correct?
Spotify. It's on everywhere. It's pretty much anywhere you see it. That song, went through Bongo Boy Records. It's out there.
Right.
So
And then I also told everybody that they can go right to your website, inchesfromsin.com. You can follow you on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can check out a lot of their past music. Give them a follow, check out their music, give them a share. It always helps to share somebody's music because they might share somebody and they might actually find their new favorite band. You never know who you might be able to share it to.
well, and I encourage our fans to check you out too because I love watching you do the guitar and sing and stuff like that. And
I appreciate
we
it.
both play the dance too, so I like that too. I love the
Absolutely.
sound of
Definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah. So
it.
if anybody, from the Inches from Sin family is watching, you guys can check me out at spokenlifemusic.com. You guys can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, Twitch, Instagram, all at the same handle of Spoken Life Music. So again, sorry guys about the connection issues. Here we
Yeah.
go. Internet's just going crazy today.
Yeah,
But,
it is. So this chat thing here, I saw a couple of people chatting earlier. That's kind of cool. And I'm glad that Jen checked in. She's helped put the whole thing together for our merchandise, stuff like that. And
yes.
which was really cool. And her and Karen worked on that together and they were showing it to him. And it's like really cool. You got it, Anthony, you got to check it out. There's some cool stuff on there.
I definitely will check out the merch store. I'll definitely, give it a share for you guys and let everybody know that you guys got some new merch coming out. It's always cool to kind of experiment with that stuff too, because I know a lot of different merch stores. You're able to they give you a lot of different ideas with mugs and T-shirts and backpacks and stuff. So it's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a couple people that we want to sort of mention at this point. People
Sure,
that
sure.
working on new stuff with. We kind of lucked out. We got. Uh, I don't know how we got in touch with each other on Facebook or something like that, but we ended up getting to work with Cass Weinbrand, and this guy's a musical genius, as far as I'm concerned. CC Beats, I mean, they got it going on, and we did a song together called "Try My Best," and it turned out amazing. And he actually released that song, and
That one went to the
oh
Grammys, didn't it?
yeah, that also was submitted to Grammys. And the first half of the day it was like 3,100 streams it had or something. I mean, he's got 22 million streams on his songs. I mean,
Oh,
he's
wow.
pretty well known, and we were lucky to get him to work with us. And then he sent another song and says, "Hey man, let's work on this other song." And we're gonna work on it. We're gonna do a lot of projects together, and I promise you that.
Oh, I really apologize tonight, guys. It just must be, the internet around, and there's so many people online. But we're going to continue to try to keep this thing going. But if you guys are just tuning in, my name is Anthony Irvin. I am your host. This is Table Talk. This is a bi-weekly music live streaming talk show, and I'm usually having a new special guest every 2 weeks. And tonight we have Robert and Karen from Inches from Sin. They are from New York. They are a duo from the New York area. And another thing to put out is that we are both label mates on Bongo Boy Records. So just I want to give a special shout out to the Bongo Boy family, Gar Francis and Monique Grime. If you guys are watching the replay, hope everybody's doing well with the in the Bongo Boy family, and hope to see you guys soon at another Bongo Boy event. But yeah, so again, I know it's been a little hard tonight with the connections, but again, I just want to be able to post that you guys can check out Inches from Sin at inchesfromsin.com.
Inchesfromsin.com, yeah. And we had that song completely finished with Cass and everything, and sent it to him. He loves it. And then our friend Lisa from Cadillac Blue heard it. And her and Terry heard the song, and they're freaking out. And Lisa's like, "I gotta sing on this song."
Yeah.
Remember? She's like, "I gotta sing on this song." I said, "Well, the song's done." She said, "No, no, no, no. I gotta sing on this song. You guys really nailed it." And I said, "Well, this is a song we're working with Cass Weinbrand on, and we're co-wrote it." And I said, "Okay, we'll hold off releasing that song until you put your vocals on it. So you got a week."
I think she worked on it today.
Yeah, she did. She sings in the Cadillac Blue country band, but she's also one of the #1 tribute bands to ABBA. So they're kind of busy.
Nice.
And they have a 3-year. Yeah, but she said, "I want to be on this song. You guys nailed the song. I want to be on it." So we held off finishing the song because of her. And and I played it for a couple of people like Rob Diggy, and Ruben Salas. I played it for a couple of Grammy guys that already won Grammys. And hey, what do you guys think? And they both, people I talked to said the song sounded really good. So I was really happy with that part. And I think she's working on it now.
It's probably done. Terry's probably working on it too.
Yeah, no, he didn't need to do any guitar on it. I told him, "Don't do any guitar; it's already done." But normally, if I need guitar done, I'm very lucky that I have other musicians that play guitar so much better than me when it comes to lead. So very rarely do I do lead on my own songs. But this one I did. Karen even liked this one. But like I said, when I have guys that can play 10 times better than me, I hey, call them up. I need some lead on this part, or I need bass on this. I can play bass. Yeah,
And it's time to get Jingle Jangle Jingle out.
Yeah, the Christmas song.
Santana leads on that one too. It was awesome.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, that's a Christmas song we wrote a couple of years ago.
He let me name it. That's why it's Jingle Jangle Jingle.
So talking in the spirit of writing songs. Talking in the spirit of writing songs. So when you guys are writing your music, does it usually come from a music standpoint first, or does a melody or a vocal line, or just something like so how does usually, like, if you're saying like some like starting out, how does a song usually come to you guys? Like music first, vocals first, or how does it usually go?
All the above. All the
All the
above.
above.
I mean, Come and See Me. We wrote the lyrics sitting on my parents' back porch the night
Mm.
before we recorded it.
And now we practiced on that song with Anita
Yeah,
on the back porch too, and we wrote the lyrics to a current song. We woke up in the morning and it's like, let's just write some lyrics, and we
yeah,
sat in bed and wrote lyrics.
yeah. Sometimes it's music, sometimes it's lyrics.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes, if we're singing about current events, we watch the news and news
Right.
can give us, ideas to what we're singing about, because we do sing about current events, and some people don't know how to take our music because of what we sing about sometimes, but that's okay. I mean, we've done songs where people just say, hey, wait a minute, you're going too far with this song. It's like, no,
Uh-huh.
the hell with you, we're doing it. You don't like to
Exactly.
kiss my ass, I don't care.
Yeah, there's always
And
that one person.
and we're okay with that. Yeah, if she likes it, I'm okay with it.
There you
And
go. Hey, yeah.
we don't always agree always musically either.
Oh
But
yeah, I
it's
mean,
always, it is about the vocals, about vocals.
Yeah, it's usually vocals. The music we pretty much agree with. Sometimes the vocals we're argue over the vocal line, her vocal line. She'll go, "Oh, I think I suck." And I'm like, "No, you didn't."
But you'll tell
Or,
me.
yeah, if you suck, I tell you. But like if I suck, she'll tell me. That line's not cutting it.
yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, let's try it again or whatever. And we've also been lucky to have Hitch do a lot of our recording lately. And we've been doing some recording here in town. We did some stuff at our drummer's house, Del Palmatier, and
Uh-huh.
Elmira, who we played with as kids. Yeah, I went to high school together.
He followed you to Chicago.
Yeah, we played in Humphrey Go Kart together in 1981, and I'm
Very
aging
nice.
myself now, but we had him to, on my first record. We got him to do some drums and stuff like that, and we had Dean sang on one of the songs too. Dean Benjamin. It's not out yet. We've got probably 5 or 6 songs that we haven't completed, but they're pretty much recorded. They just need to be remixed.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of times once they're done, we'll send them down to Miami to Jay to have him have a heart attack, listen to it, and trying to figure out what the hell to.
No, he had a nervous breakdown over our last
Yeah,
album.
I think we put him in the hospital last time, our last album. It was so crazy.
Well, it's good. It seems, regardless of
Okay.
pandemic sake, it does seem like you guys are keeping busy, and that's really cool. You guys are writing, and I think that's what a lot of bands are going to be are have been doing, if not are doing. Or I think once everything kind of starts slowing down, and once everything starts coming back to somewhat of a whatever the normal will be, if we ever do get back to our old lives, whatever that may be, I think you're going to be seeing a lot of music be coming out from a bunch of different musicians, because if you're a musician, what else are you going to do in your spare time other than just pick up a guitar, pick up a drum set, keyboard, and just start writing music? So I think this is like the holy grail for being able to write music. And I think there's going to be a big surge of new music coming out once and then once people are able to start touring again, it's just going to be a whole wave of like, I got to see this band and see that band.
Hmm.
But I
Well,
also
we're
wanted to
fortunate enough that we can.
you can go.
No, I
Sorry.
was going to say we're fortunate that we're able to keep writing and do some bit of recording when we can. Engineering's sick for a while, so we've been off for like a month actually.
Right.
I'm been writing more songs, but we haven't been able to record anything because he got sick for about a month. So, um, but we're still constantly writing, trying to get the studio upstairs set up. And I put the drum kit up today, and I almost forgot how to do it, and got the P on and the board and everything. So,
Uh-huh.
um, amongst other things, but it's been nice working on new songs, which is nice. I mean, our last song we wrote is a waltz, believe it or not. So You never know what you're going to get with us. It could be hard rock or it could be a waltz. Oh, who knows?
There you go.
Depends how
Hey,
much I'm drinking, really.
there you go. Hey, it's always a mystery with Inches from Sin. That's always good. You never know what you're going to get. But I
That's
wanted to ask,
right.
I wanted to ask you guys, since we both, I mean, we're label mates on Bongo Boy Records, so why don't we both talk about how we got involved with Bongo Boy Records? I mean, if you guys want to start, how did you guys get in touch with Bongo Boy Records? How did that whole thing start?
2013, I think they had heard something of ours on broadjam.com or something. And I sort of forget, it was in 2013. And we were, I don't know if we were shooting our first video then, or they had heard something from us, heard something in broadjam.com or something. And we started connecting with them, and we drove down to New Jersey to meet Monique and
her mom.
her mom. Had to hang out and finally got to meet Gar eventually, and that's when they were in the old building, and we've sort of been putting music through them ever since. They make sure it gets to Asia and stuff like that, and Africa and India.
Absolutely.
And we've happened to run into great guys like you and other people that are on the label. Like, let me give you example. We were in Austin, Texas a few years ago. Might have been 16.
Yeah, 2016.
16 maybe. And we were going to go to Austin, Southwest by Southwest. And we
which
ended
I've
up
always wanted to go to.
Yeah. Well, we were out in Texas, and we were doing some recording with Don Jones out in Killeen, and with Jeff Contreras at it's his house in Harts, Texas, and we were in Killeen, whatever. And we had told Monique from Bongo Boy we were out that way, and she said, "Well, get in touch with so and so. He's blah blah blah. He's on our label, and he has a band, and he's doing a live show out there." So Karen got the number, and we didn't know who the guy was. We just know he had something on Bongo Boy Records, and Karen.
I sent him a text, and he texted me back, and
Texted him back. Anyway, so he's like, "Yeah, come to the show. Or we'll get to hang out after. We're on the same label, whatever." And again, we had no idea who the guy was or what he did, but he knew he was on Bongo Boy Records. And I told my buddy Don, we're gonna go see this show, blah blah, and we're gonna get to talk to the guy in the band. It's his band, and he's on the same label. And he's like, "Yeah, whatever." So we finally get there again, not knowing anything but on the same label. And after the show, they had said they were showing a film that he produced, and after the film, they were going to do an answering questions to the audience's theater, where people could ask him questions. And while we're sitting there, Don's like, "Well, okay." We watched the film, and we start seeing people like Meg Tilly and who was the original Superman, Reeves.
No.
I forget. Anyway, we're seeing all these people it's an old film, right? It was a horror movie. And there were quite a few actors I recognized today from way back then. It was really old. Adam West, Batman. It was really Batman. Yeah, he was in it too.
Yeah, Adam West.
Yeah, and we're watching this old film that this guy produced. We didn't know who the hell he was. And my buddy Don, with me and Karen, going, I'm getting kind of bored. Soon the lights went on. Their band played, and after that, they watched the film. As soon as the light came on, he came on stage and says, "Okay, now I'll answer some questions." Well, the first girl raised her hand and said, "Yeah, my first question to you is, sir, how did you get the idea to write the movie Friday the 13th? Yeah. And Don looked at me. He goes, "That's the guy you're here to meet?" And I said, "Yeah, Karen's on the phone with him. That's who we're here to meet." And yeah, it was Tom McLaughlin. It was fun. Got to hang out with him. Long story short, but again,
That's cool.
same. Yeah. It was because we're on the same record label, so we got to hang out, talk with him, and Don was pretty freaked out for that because we knew who he was, and had a few funny stories and all that. Your turn to say something.
No, you go right ahead. You're doing a great job.
I remember that. And that's sort of how we got into Bongo Boy. If I recall right, something they had heard or something, and we ended up getting
She may
contact.
have sent advertising out,
Yeah, and
then we responded. But
yeah, we wanted to do a video or something, or I don't quite remember how it all started. But before we did anything, we actually, we wanted to check it out, and they wanted to, got the video in. That was the first video we did.
And it's opened up a lot of
Yeah, and that was a bluegrass song.
Right.
Yeah, that was
we've made a lot of friends too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Including
absolutely. I do got to say that too.
Yeah. And the night we met you in New Jersey for that Bongo Boy thing, we did a lot of people, and I remember carrying gear for the McDonald band. And I said, "Hey, I'm your roadie here. We're here to help you tonight." Blah blah blah. And they're like, "Wow, really?" I'm like, "Yeah, come on, let's go." And I loved your music. This day, Doug McDonald band, I really liked their stuff. They're a rocking band out of Boston, and I loved it.
I love his voice.
Yeah, really cool. And like again, we follow you guys. We like guys on the label. We try to keep in contact somewhat. Yeah. But we're always doing new stuff, and there's some songs we do that they might not want to be on a label because of what we're singing about, because we sing about some crazy shit sometimes. No, seriously, we do. We have some of our friends look at us and go, "Why are you singing about this?" And I go, "Because we can." Why are you singing about this? Because we can. You're my own family members.
Hey, there's no rules in music. You can
we're grown people. We write and sing what we want, and people either like it or they don't. But we know a lot of them like it, and a lot of them get what we're talking about. And sometimes you got to read between the lines. But those that do get it go, "Wow, that's pretty heavy." And "Wow, that's
Absolutely.
pretty heavy." So,
and talking about the night that we met each other, I really didn't even know what to expect that night, because it was my time to kind of just like, represent the label. So I'm like, all right, I know I'm going to meet, Monique and, Gar and, probably some of the other people that are on the label. So, I was in a way of like, okay, this is my first, like, chance to kind of just prove to the label that, like, yeah, they didn't make a mistake. And I was like, all right, cool. I mean, I can at least, show them what I'm capable of, because they're like, yeah, we're just gonna, we'll have you do a couple songs, and like when they're doing like a band change, we'll have you go up and play. I'm like, all right, it's what I'm used to, kind of doing like the whole, like, I'll do the whole like curtain change type of set. And it wasn't too far gone after you guys started chatting with Bongo Boy Records. I put out a record, Reality, in 2015, and want to give a shout out to Elena. She actually knows Monique, and Elena hooked me up with Monique and said, hey, if you're shopping around, Monique is a record label rep, and she runs Bongo Boy Records. So she's like, if you just send her a message, I'm pretty sure if you send her the record, she might be able to talk with you. So, just like anything, I sent her a message, sent her my stuff, not really thinking that, like, I'm like, all right, well, they'll probably just, say, this is good, but, we'll talk to you later. But they're like, yeah, let's do something with it. I'm like, okay, wow. And then, they were able to, put it out in Asia. Cause at that time I had already put it out I released it in the US for myself. But then they were able to put it out in Asia, into the Asian market. And then they helped me shoot, I put together a music video for the title track, Reality, and that was put up on their Bongo Boy TV and on the national television for the month of November back in 2015. So that was really cool to say that my work was on national television. And, I just got to say, I mean, the people at Bongo Boy Records have been very nice to me. And, like you guys said, met a bunch of new people, and, especially you guys. And you guys have always been kind to me, and always, sharing your support, just like I do for you guys. And, just want to definitely, say thank you guys for being here tonight. And, it's been long overdue that we're able to get out and hang out together. Hopefully we can definitely meet get to be able to hang out in person again as soon as this stuff is calmed down. So we definitely definitely need to get back and hang out.
Well, I tell you, we love that. I mean, that night, and we were just there to actually help the bands come in and off stage, and we were just roadies for people. That's what we
Right.
really did. Karen worked the front, I think the table for the swag, the CDs and all that. We were just like, we didn't perform or anything. We were just
Yeah.
there to help support the other artists. That's what we came there for. Like
Yeah, the
yourself.
second one that I just helped out and hung out, got to, the first time I was playing, but then the second time I was actually able to, just hang out, enjoy the other bands and, network with other people. So it was cool that time too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know because one guy was helping. He's like, "You guys got nominated for a Grammy, right?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "But you're carrying my equipment." I said, "Yeah, I know. We're in the same label. Let's go. Get you shit out of the van. Let's go."
Yeah, and I think the first night, like when I was playing, I was taught I forget the guy's name, but he was one of the guys that usually does a lot of the Grammy ballots, and I'm like, wow, I'm talking to somebody that is like a part of the Grammys. Like, where am I right now? Like, I've always been like you talking to people that are just like local things, but like I've never talked to people that have had any association with big music industry stuff. So like it kind of took me by surprise, like wow, like I'm talking to somebody that is like affiliated with the Grammys. So that was kind of like a starstruck moment for me in a way. So it was really cool.
Yeah, yeah. But that hopefully we can all get together again, do some things. There's so many things that we're not going to get into as far as COVID and all that stuff and being a lot.
Mhm.
I mean, I didn't really want to get into all that stuff tonight at all. We're not going to get into the election, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I do enough of that stuff on Facebook.
We got the
I
whole internet to do all that, so it's fine.
exactly just want to talk about music and stuff that we're doing, and we are writing as much as I mean, we've not stopped writing since you know I mean, literally we're literally writing um as much as we can. And someone says they're late. Bernadette says, "Hi,
Yeah.
Anthony, sorry I'm late."
Yes, that is my mother. So hey, mom, how are
Yeah.
you?
Hey, mom, how you doing? Yeah,
So,
no.
yes, for those of you who are just tuning in, if you guys are tuning in right now, thank you guys for being here. You guys are watching Table Talk. I am your host, Anthony Irvin, aka Spoken Life. I am here with Robert and Karen of Inches from Sin. So they are my guests tonight, and I'm very happy to have them here with me finally. It's been long overdue. So yeah, so we were going over Bongo Boy Records. We got to talk about your music, your new single coming on and debuting. We talked about your merch store. If people want to go and check out your merch store, make sure you guys are checking that out. They just put out a brand new merch store. There's a little link in there, and I think we've had on the Facebook feed that we had it posted. If not, we will make another post we will do another chat, and we'll leave it in the chat at the end of the night here. But is there anything that we missed, guys, that we haven't talked about yet? If you guys want to plug anything else with anything coming up, I know you guys got a lot. We've mentioned that you guys have been writing a lot. So other than the
Yeah.
music, is there anything else coming up with you guys?
Well, the newest song that we're actually recording right now with Cass Winebread, 100 Miles a Minute, it's basically about, all of us coming together, around the whole world, because, we do outnumber the elite, we outnumber the evil. And it's about getting people to come together to lifting up the weak. And I'm so thrilled about this song. Like, I'm so thrilled. I think it's the best thing we've worked on recently. And can't thank Cass enough, because we
It's
send
just
each other
plain
music.
awesome.
Yeah, the guy's a young genius as far as I'm concerned. And um, the next song we'll do will be a little more, he says, let's be a little more positive and happy. And I'm like, well, okay, the next song we will. This song's about, it's positive, but it's also about too much hand sanitizer and all this kind of nice nonsense. It's a pretty funny song if you listen to it. And we were supposed to have it finished, but Lisa, like I said, she heard it down in Fort Myers. She's like, don't release that song, please. I got to sing on it. I mean, she's in her own band. She's a pretty big country star. She's
Uh-huh.
sings backup with us sometimes. So and she sings lead with us too. So we're so lucky, because she just flipped over the song, and her and Terry Baker's like, you guys nailed it on the song. And like I said, we co-wrote this song with Cass, and I can't wait for you guys to hear it. I ran it by a couple people that, like I said, have already won Grammys, that have just said, yeah, this is a good song. And that's a good feeling. I shared it with a couple people. Like I said, Rob Diggy, he listened to it. Robert Morrison, he said that's good, and he loved the solo on it. And as a guitar player, he plays multiple instruments, and it was really good to see that. He thought it was a good song. So as soon as it's done, I'll send you a copy in your personal stuff before, and that'll probably be another release. We're going to release it as soon as she gets her vocals done. We told her she had a week because we're going to come out with the song soon, because there was a full moon, changing of the time, the year that's changing.
And our anniversary.
Our anniversary was on Monday. So again, those are
happy anniversary.
Thank you. I said we use
for those who don't know, I mean, interesting. Although being a duo, they are a a married couple. So we have first married duo couple here on Table Talk.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we are happily married and so lucky to have each other. I mean, like musically, we just grew up together singing in choir and stuff, and jazz rock, and our we click musically. I mean, like
That's great. That's great.
I mean, she'll play something and then I'll just freak out, and she thinks it sounds like okay, and I'm like, oh my god, and I was like, let's work on this. She's like, it's no big deal. I'm like, oh my god, this is great. And songs come about that way, or I'll play something and she'll go, that's really, really beautiful, and I'm like, oh, you like that? Man, I wasn't gonna play it ever again. I was like, okay, maybe we'll work on that.
Right. Now, did both of you come from music families, or did you guys just pick up music as you grew older, or did you?
You go first.
My mom and dad are both retired music teachers, so there was music in our house. Yep, all the time, and students in the house during the day and the evening. So I started.
What did they teach?
Now they're retired, but my mom taught piano in Oregon. I only took one lesson from her. I went off on my own and learned piano on my own. My father was an elementary band teacher. I started out with flute, and when I got to be heading into 7th grade, he asked me if I wanted to switch to bassoon. So my sister was playing oboe, and he took both of us to Mansfield University, and we had private lessons there, and I hopped right into band. So music has been there for me through my whole life.
That's great. That's great.
As with you.
Well, I started, as a kid singing in church and singing in a Southern rock band in a little town called Hazard, Kentucky. That's sort of how I started. I'm not going to tell you what year because it was a very long time ago. But I started singing in a Southern rock band and really got into it, and choir. Then I moved to Elmira. We went to high school together and sang in concert choir and jazz rock together. And Kim Barbillo was our music conductor and our teacher. And he, taught us how to sing and, do the right thing. And we sort of sang together very well as kids. And then there's music in some side of my family's mom and dad's side. Mostly singing. I do have a couple famous people in the family, like Lightning Hopkins. He's kind of famous. My mother's name was Hopkins, and my other side, I have somebody else that was really famous on the Brewer side that my aunt was telling me about recently. Someone really, really, really famous. I forget their name. It was in 1901 or 2 or something like that, or 20. But I went to school and studied opera at DePaul University, and so I think between us, we play about 7 instruments between the two of us. So we've always had it, and we decided in 2010, let's do something with it, And most people thought, oh, you guys are crazy. You're too old to be playing. No. Bullshit. We still look young. We're going to keep playing. So
there you go. You're only as young as you feel.
Yeah. And we're just still writing music, man. That's the thing about it. We're still writing music, and
If you're
the
still
song.
inspired, keep going for it, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and like I said, we love to collaborate with people. Also, we try to get other people in on our music because we love the way it sounds with other people's voices or instruments or whatever. Maybe we'll do something with you. I've got some songs that I think you'd be good on, especially with some of the guitar. I got a couple songs that I think you'd be good on.
Yeah, we can definitely
and
talk about that probably off air.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, seriously, because we, you know, uh, we had a heavy metal drummer, a heavy metal guitar player in Texas do drums for us on one of our songs. He's a heavy metal guitar player. And I said, listen, I want you to do drums. And it wasn't even a heavy metal song. But my point is, like, we're lucky enough people to do stuff with it.
Very, very nice.
Mm-hmm. And we're excited about the new stuff too, So
yes. Well, guys, yeah, we're definitely looking forward to Inches of Sin and having some more music. Now, I know you guys are having singles. Is there an album in the works, or are you guys just going to keep on doing singles for right now?
Well, we have a new album. It's almost done. It's called Jerusalem Hill.
Okay.
The first album was called Bridgewater Triangle. The second one was called Enoch, and this was called Jerusalem Hill. And we pretty much had most of it written months ago, and we're just finishing it up now. So we don't know when it's going to come out because we just released the album in March. But yeah, maybe by March we'll do the next one. But it's almost done. We're still working on it, and we're still working with some people that we're sort of waiting on. And there's a couple other people out there that we're going to be calling on. They don't know it yet, but we're going to try to get some other people involved on some of the newer stuff, some special artists, special guests. Because on Enoch we had so many people that we had 26 people played on that album or worked on that album. 26 people.
Wow.
And about 6 engineers, 2 producers. It was a lot, and hopefully we'll keep doing more videos because our guy William Hall out in the Boston area, he's again a genius, and I should have told him to watch this tonight because I was going to praise him, but he's on top of stuff, and we just look for more videos and more singles coming out for sure. Okay, we want to wish everybody peace, love, and togetherness.
Absolutely, yes. Definitely keep an eye on Inches from Sin. It seems like they got a lot coming in the background that's going to be coming out hopefully in the next couple months. I want to say thank you to Robert and Karen for being with me tonight on Table Talk. Hopefully we can do this again, and hopefully next time we won't have some internet issues. Maybe we can get you guys to play a song or two, and we can do this again very soon. I thank you guys for really being here. I really appreciate it. Make sure you guys follow them on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Go to interestfrom.com and make sure you check out their new single, Come See Me, on any of the streaming platforms you guys can go to. So this has been Table Talk. Really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you guys again. And thank you for everybody who was tuning in tonight. I will see you guys on the next one and hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I will see you on the next Table Talk episode. Thank you guys. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.
We love you too,
Bye.
Jen. You and Jeff. Peace, love, together. It's Donnie Osmond, baby.
Have a good one, guys.
All right.